Maybe just pops out the wazoo with serious eyes on.
Oh, shit. That's Chuck Norris.
Hello and welcome to another session of the Carrion Crown from D6 Damage. We are presently waiting on our paladin, Father Grigori. He is out and about slaying monsters of some variety. So he will be joining us for our boss battle, which is very important, and frankly, we really shouldn't even attempt to do it without him. So until then, we are going to open things up for discussion. Those of you watching, feel free to bring up any thoughts, any questions, any of that stuff you have, and we'll try and answer them live. But say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hola.
Hello.
We're really just letting you all in on the silly conversations we've been having. Like how Aladdin, Prince of Thieves is one of the best sequels out there. Because it is.
Of all time. That's a hill
Yeah.
I'll die on.
It brought back Robin Williams.
It brought back Robin Williams. That's how you know that the writing is solid.
I refuse to die on this hill.
It's not really up to
Yeah,
you.
dying on any hill is unpleasant. Unless it's like... Anyway, I'm not going to get into it. We were talking about how there was no good Disney sequels. And as we were talking about that, I was remembering Lion King 1.5 with Timon and Pumbaa. And that wasn't bad.
I like Lion
That was a
King
pretty good
too.
sequel.
I mean, sure,
Lion
it's
King
just Romeo
2
and Juliet, but the other one was Hamlet, so it's fine.
I'm going to kill
Yeah.
myself if we keep talking about this. Can we please talk about either something
That's the
useful
hill
or
that
sit
he'll die.
quietly while we wait?
I
Actually,
now you
think
bring
sitting
it
quietly
up, there's
is
one thing I
out.
want to...
Quietly.
Actually, I want to bring up one
We
point there,
started
too.
the stream.
I do think it's interesting to look at media and what operation, as there's plenty of good ideas that with a little bit of a spin can be implemented in Dungeons & Dragons.
Hey,
Like,
Rigel wanted to talk.
Hmm?
Rigel wanted to talk.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's in the fair point. I was just gonna ask, before in the last episode, I guess before the Spider-Man had a chance to really engage in, I guess, more or less his one-side negotiations. Does the damage that we did for him, or the Grigori and so I guess Cyphus did to him, does that carry on to this, or is it like starting fresh?
No, I
He
just
throws
thought
it
to
off.
just refill all his health with no outside influence whatsoever.
Huzzah! OP boss fights for the win.
Yeah, no, that damage
Knew it.
stuff.
Okay, so the thing does carry over, or it doesn't?
Yes,
Yes,
it is
because
carrying over.
events happen linearly.
No.
Screw it,
What are
they
you
do
talking
it
about?
long.
Cosmic
All
it's
died.
spread. It's spread.
I believe what D12 is trying to say is that most people think of time as a river, but we understand that time is an ocean in a storm.
Hells yeah!
By the way, the first
Yeah,
Prince of Persia
yeah,
Sands
Prince
of
of
Time was a
Persia.
damn good game.
It was. That's a hill I'll die on.
That's actually rather interesting, because I was always looking to the Sands of Time dagger and thinking, how would I implement that? And to me, I would love to be able to go like, so you go back 2 turns, and everyone refill your health and take your spell slots. But that's too difficult, so it'd probably be a lot easier to say like, oh, it gives you a bonus to your armor and your saves, at least reflex and fortitude, as you feel like you're being given insight into something bad that's about to happen. Or have it be something like, say, upon failing a save, you'd be able to give yourself like a small bonus or reroll to it as you've come back from later than now to this moment to help yourself.
Actually, I think the occultist has an ability that functions pretty similar to that. It's in the divination school, which is the one I'm planning on taking next, because you get some pretty good bonuses. Let me see if I can find that.
Barring that, you can just watch Tenet, and then your brain will die, and you won't be able to have to worry about it anymore.
Well, you'll just at some point accept that you are not on the same level as Christopher Nolan.
I don't want to be.
The ability is Sudden Insight. As a swift action, you can expend 1 point of mental focus to gain insight into your immediate future. You can use this knowledge as a free action before you roll an ability check, attack roll, or skill check to gain an insight bonus equal to 1/2 your occultist level, minimum of +1.
I think there's actually a high-level spell called Foresight, which I can understand why it's high level because no party member will ever have it.
That would require foresight.
The magic card
It essentially
Foresight
functions as like the Spidey sense. You receive an instantaneous warning of impending dangers or harm to the subject of the spell. You are never surprised or flat-footed. In addition, the spell gives you a general idea of what action you might take to best protect yourself and gives you a +2 insight bonus to AC and reflex saves. And then, strangely, you can cast the spell on an ally, but you just get the sixth sense about what's going to happen to them. It's like, that's not that useful. Like, it just lets you know, oh no, they're about to get their head chopped off, so you pull them out of the way.
That could be useful to some extent, or at least if you basically got you've basically covered all your bases as far as all your vital skills that you might need for the class or build you're doing, then you want to throw something like that in. Could be there useful. Well, I think that could be. It's either that or more stuff for flavoring your character.
Mm-hmm. In a pinch, it's good fluff.
Yep. You could make it to where, this character is, not very, I don't say self-aware to be needlessly crass, but it's much more of, he's not very lucky or when it comes to as far as, like, perception and that thing, but once in a blue moon that probably comes in more often than usual, he'll have a perceptive moment and he'll act on that, or they'll act on it, rather.
So I have to ask, has there been anything in media that you've drawn inspiration from characters or for magic item settings?
Yes.
Anything in particular that you think stands out as, potentially an obscure piece of media that you've taken and used?
Okay, well, I'll go with the joke of yes, because, I don't know, I tend to think that kind of everything you see, you're like a sponge, and, you take little bits of everything. But in terms of me personally, like as a writer / character making guy / DM, I would say some of the big ones are Lord of the Rings, obviously, because kind of a foundational work. I encountered the animated Hobbit. It's like one of the first movies that I remember seeing, and I remember being completely terrified by the goblins, because God, those goblins are scary for a kid.
And spiders.
Yeah, the spiders
yeah.
too. Star Wars is another one, although that's maybe a little less like directly applicable. For Star Wars, I would say the KOTOR version, that feels to me like the definitive version. That's the one that I go back to even more than the original versions, because I really like what they did with the Jedi and the Sith. I think that they really found like a good balance of making it feel like practical but mystical and making it feel relevant to the galaxy of Star Wars. Lately, I have been going to 40K a lot just because it is a very well-developed universe with a lot to look at. H.P. Lovecraft and just the Gothic literature, Edgar Allan Poe, that's another one that I sort of draw from in terms of like theming.
Faulkner.
So yeah, those are kind of some of the big ones for me.
I played that H.P. Lovecraft board game, the Call of Cthulhu board game, and me and my friends managed to win the game. Notably, I picked the magician character, which I thought was neat because he got spells. I have no idea what the others had. And there came the short stint where he went to the inn multiple times. I rolled poorly, and I ended up just getting drunker and drunker and drunker. He then joined up with the police, where he was given a gun and a paddy wagon because I rolled well in the police station. I didn't get a badge, and then I just kept popping between our world and the other world, slaying Shoggoths left and right as I continued to roll really well at killing them. As it's like, yeah, the game calls you to go crazy and lose your sense of self. It's like, I became an alcoholic cop that killed Cthulhu, so I'm doing well.
There's one way to quote unquote win a Call of Cthulhu game.
Abraca whiskey. That's how I cast fireball. Whiskey and a fireball. Shut up!
That sounds like
Magic Cthulhu just
fireball.
No, Cap. You just have fireball whiskey in your hand. That Cap. Please put the bottle down.
And the gun. No, I like the gun. The gun makes me feel big.
Meanwhile, every other elder god just sitting there and just thinking their great knowledge, their vaster way of perception of the universe, and all their eldritch wisdom that can contained, taken down by a drunken cop.
I assume it's like their version of watching Dukes of Hazzard. They're just really interested to see what's going to happen next. Are we going to still be able to take over the world and kill off the universe? Yeah, sure, no problem. But this is fun to watch.
Is this before or after Nylathar tips roll on the floor laughing that the great Cthulhu just got sent packing to Rulia by a drunken cop? I imagine he's just
the paddy wagon and bursting through the walls as Nyarlathotep pauses them in air and just goes, them Duke boys just got themselves into a whole mess of trouble. And then he just lets it continue to hit into them.
And from the center of the universe,
that was it.
Nothing. I was just say from the center of the universe, Azathoth himself starts rolling on the floor, laughing for no reason. All the pipers stopping, just think he's gonna wake up, but nope, he's just waffling in his sleep.
And then you think about it, and you realize, wait, how is there a floor here? And then your mind explodes.
Friggin' Haster comes to the flute players. Stop playing the Dukes of Hazzard theme. It's only causing chaos. Play something tranquil.
I think the fictional media, media thing, that's kind of an interesting question as it relates to the characters that we're playing now. Hey, D12, did you have any particular character in mind when you came up with Jack?
As Jack came together, there were certain character elements that came into mind. The Joker came to mind. Chucky came to mind.
I can definitely see Chucky.
And then, originally I was planning on having this, I had the pet idea was going to have this almost Jason Voorhees kind of vibe, and then I realized I couldn't do that successfully. The game just didn't allow it.
Just struggle to put a hockey mask on Sita?
Yeah, Sika can't actually wear a mask.
Oh boy.
Even if she can have DR and, put armor on her to make her AC really high, and
I really want to see Raphael walk in and see Jack.
I sorry, but I wouldn't go anywhere near it. First off, I see Jack laying there, and I'm immediately casting I'm not casting anything. I'm just throwing holy water on it. It's immediately what I do, and then I'm casting protection from evil.
Well, that's one way to protect yourself and flush out Jack.
It's either that or just diving out of the vault whilst casting fireball, but I don't have fireball, so I need to go with the next best thing.
Speaking of
Although being a
Raphael,
sun cleric, I might be able to pick up fire.
speaking of Raphael, there was some interesting development that went into him with you and D8. Isn't that right, D Hundo?
With D8 and I? Oh well, I mean, like we kind of studied a little bit on like the lore in real life, basically, for like your right? That was your question.
Yeah. Wasn't it like the
D6?
Bedouin lore and stuff?
Yeah. So we were looking into the real life equivalent of the Ketepi and the Kaleshi. Is that the other big tribe across the sea? There's a see. I read up on a lot of it, and then I never touched it again. Like I read up a lot on a lot of campaigns, and I never went back to it. So I don't know of it anymore. There were some cool references to ghouls. There was a cool reference to the she-wolf, like the werewolves in the deserts. That was really cool. But in culture, it's fun.
Do you find out anything particularly interesting while studying the Catapeshians?
About the Catapeshians? Not really. They're very devout followers of Saren Ray. They have these really elite swordsmen called Dawnflower Dervishes that are really cool. That's what I based Raphael's father off of.
I could see that.
I came up with Raphael because I went first off by I needed a healer. Just went, what's good? Saren Ray's a good choice, so I figured I'd go with Saren Ray. What's her favorite weapon? The scimitar. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I wonder if I could incorporate that into my character's backstory or my character's culture in some way. And so I just started looking at the lore for Pathfinder, and then I found all this stuff on Kitepesh, and so I thought that was cool. I saw that there were tribes, like nomadic tribes, through the desert, and then I just kind of came up with his backstory through there, and it tied well together, I think, in the end. So I kind of just stitched my way as I went. Like, all right, what do I need? Okay, what's good? This is cool. Like, how can I incorporate, like, people will pick a weapon and so forth and such for their character, and just for the sake of having it. And I like to incorporate everything into the character's backstory. I like to make things make sense. I'm a guy coming from the desert, so I took create water and purify food. Purify food. So, and then it turns out we needed to create water for that whole situation with the house burning down, which I was like, dope.
All right, I'm here. I've been late.
Yay! No problem. So now that we are at full strength, we can begin our cleansing of Harrowstone.
Huzzah.
So it's been a couple of weeks. Doomboy, why don't you bring us up to speed? What are we doing?
Finally. Last we left off, the party had made their way through cryptic, haunted Harrowstone. They had battled against the mighty Lopper, who Grigori shot down. They had fought against the rather potent Piper of Illmarsh. They had slain again in his absolute agony the madman of.
I'm getting an echo. Do you have your mic on through Roll20?
One day I'll do cool things. One day. Oh well. The party had battled against many members of the Slaughterhouse 5, the Harrowstone 5. My bad. And finally,
hold on. Hold on. Where did Kurt Vonnegut get in here and write this?
He's a ghost. He ghost
time travel into our game. Come on.
He ghost wrote. Also, he didn't time travel. He's here in all times as he perceives them all at once. But yes, they finally faced off against the Splatterman. Standing over his body, he spoke rather eloquently, trying to parlay a degree of peace, that they could simply leave, be with whoever they're with, and they would live in peace. And in the coming weeks, he would be free, and he would find a way to return to human flesh, and continue on with his studies. Grigori and Raphael, men of the cloth, disagreed and decided best to strike him down, as the rest of his friends were quick to agree. We find ourselves now deep in the bottom basement of Harrowstone, ready to do battle. If you'd all be so kind as to place yourselves accordingly.
Oh, we have a new map.
Yes. Nice. I worked on Wednesday whipping this up for her. See, I can do cool things.
Good for you.
Also, you guys would be able to sell.
Yeah. Implying you couldn't before. This is excellent.
Cool also, the store's locked because it's a prison.
Oh, man.
And I still have to insert that. One day the token will be linked.
One day my token will come.
My God, am I picturing all as a bunch of wives on World War II just knitting a blanket, waiting. One day.
How do I get my token on the map again?
Drag it.
Feels silly.
Drag and drop, my good sir. Drag and drop.
I did it. You're good.
I don't know why I thought the Spider-Man would surprise me.
Working.
Okay.
He is at the bottom of the initiative.
Oh, that guy's alive again?
He's not dead. What?
Oh.
He is dead, but he's not gone.
He's dead, but he's still hanging around.
Yeah. So,
go ahead.
Let us begin. It is Jack the Redcap's turn.
Oh, you still have the initiative order?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say he has the old one because I hope he still has the old one because the new one is now all I see.
Yeah.
Wasn't Grigori and Raphael in the cell with us?
Yeah. Again, place yourselves accordingly.
Hold on.
I am having trouble finding my token.
That's okay, I'll drag it.
Yeah, I keep dragging and dropping on my end. I can't find...
There you
I'll
are.
just do you. Don't worry, I got it.
You put one level into Bard and son a slut.
And suddenly I can slide everybody. Rigel.
Thanks.
And you should actually.
Alright, so
You are
my
a gentleman and a scholar.
I am. Both of those. As Siphus.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a multi-class. You took a 1 level in Gentleman and 1 level in Scholar.
I wish there was a Scholar Prestige class or something like that. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Oh.
So you
need
cast
me-
Gravity Bow.
Yep.
He does
and
have
then-
cover,
that's-
as you're basically firing through cell doors through another cell door. Or
right.
cell walls, I should say.
Oh, he broke line of sight?
I mean, it's less line of sight, and it's kind of like shooting through 2 chain link fences.
Oh, that's not that bad. Alright, I'll do it. First one's pretty easy because I'll just stand up right next to it. The second one's the hard one.
Yeah, having it function is essentially 25%.
Right.
Earlier, with the bullets being shot, he wasn't exactly making an effort to dodge.
Why won't you dodge?
Oh, it's that day today.
So,
Damn, that was delayed.
you
That
take
was
the
super delayed.
you take the short bow, you place it up against the grate, pull back, and just the sheer force of it going off seems to have dented the bars, having not broken them, but certainly throwing your shot well off as it's shattered to splinters in a nearby wall. The water begins trickling in a bit harder into a similar pit to the one that the Lopper was in, but this one filled with water. Grigori, you're up.
I'm going to try and kick the door.
By all means. Give me a strength check.
Let me get my character sheet up here really quick because I forgot to do that. Right. I mean, I totally didn't forget to do that.
I'm a good noodle.
I'm a good player.
I swear.
You're something. Oh my
I
god, guys!
I
do that once in a row.
doing that.
So you see him
city.
give it a mighty fine kick, and you hear something crack. But the door's still there. As you just see Grigori wincing in pain.
Grigori did
It
not pick the
appears that
lock.
there was a loose rivet that your foot has gone into.
Oh. Grigori is not going to scream. Grigori is not going to scream.
Grigori is a big boy.
Grigori is a big boy. Grigori is going to not scream. Let me actually roll a fort save on that, not to scream. No, I don't. He does
You
not
are-
scream.
You gently
Reverse
put your
those?
foot down and do your best to strike a pose to look cool. Deacon,
just
you
biting
watch
my lip.
as watch as the 2 individuals that have ripped and torn through all of Harrowstone, striking it asunder, are seemingly getting their karmic comeuppance. It's your turn.
All right. Let's see. So this door, this strange barred impediment, it's locked, right?
Yes.
What will be the time duration on picking that?
Well, roll me an intelligence check. As it occurs to you, you guys have a ring of keys.
Yeah, we have one of the stupid giant ring of keys. Okay, so how many rounds is that going to take?
Well, you can roll knowledge engineering to basically shorten down which one it might be.
So what I'm hearing is you guys want me to waste my turn opening the door. Well, I got nothing better to do, so that's fine. I can do that.
Well, in the meantime, I believe
I'm the one with the keys, I remember, so...
That's true. So in the meantime, while I'm waiting for Cyphus to clear a path for us, I will reach into the depths of the psychic ocean and call forth a manifestation. This one will be in the form of an eagle. And it will just try and attack the Lopper.
Not block.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Now, is this magical in nature?
it is created by a psionic ability. So it's a class feature in nature.
It's a summoner. It's a summon.
Yeah.
Okay,
As
yeah.
summon.
Okay, I was just asking because, ghost.
Yeah.
Alright then. I'll have it. There's summoning sickness, so next turn I'll act on your. Alright, Jim. You're up. You've
Alright.
watched two of your mighty friends struggle against a door.
That's not true.
So,
Are you saying you're not friends with him?
No, I'm just a bad shot.
Okay.
let's see.
Struggled because of a door, then.
That's more accurate.
Let's see. Not to try a metagame, but is there a chance I can prepare spells with an action, or is it just
You
prepared on?
You can ready a spell.
Right. Even if I don't have it prepared?
No.
No, you have to have your spells prepared. You're not a cleric. Desna
No,
didn't pick you, remember?
Well, yeah,
Yes,
her and
sir.
the other gods. Right. So in that case, I guess all I can do is, well, actually, I'll ready a spell with one action, and then I'll roll a perception. Just to
Okay.
see what the loppers do. See what the Splatterman's doing.
Well, alright, are you preparing a spell as in, you have empty slots that you haven't picked spells for?
Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
Well-
I got some shield spells prepared, so I guess I'll prepare those.
I mean, you
Okay,
could just
so
cast shield.
I think your terminology is what's throwing us off. You're not preparing a spell. You do that at the beginning of the day during your hour of prep time. So are you casting a
Right.
spell? If so, which spell are you casting?
Oh,
Or by
I guess-
prepare, do you mean I want to ready an action to cast a spell based on something I
Yeah.
think that the Lopper will do?
Yeah.
Not a
there we go.
Lopper.
Splatterman, yeah, the Splatterman, yeah.
There's a brief moment, Cyphus, as you looked
I will look over in the
educated
cell and say,
professor who
I
people
do
get
not
his name
care
wrong
at
all
all
the
who
time.
you are.
and you feel a kindred spirit. But you're probably still gonna kill him.
No, I'm feeling the urge to murder everyone in the room.
Oh, okay.
Urge to kill
That's
rising.
just a normal feeling for you, though, so we're good.
Well, yeah, true, but
Yeah, sorry about that. Got a little turned around, but yeah, I'll make ready a shield spell, and then with the last thing I'll do is use a perception to see what the Lopper's doing. Is he?
Well, the
Ready
Lopper's
Still
does.
not a Lopper.
Sorry.
What's the condition that you want to activate your casting of the shield spell?
I guess just to have it ready, just so I can easily, almost quick action like cast it
You
when
can
I
just
need
cast it, and it will just increase your armor.
it. Oh, well, not now. The gate's closed.
Well, it lasts more than a round.
Fine, I'll do that just to do something.
After much waffling, you produce a shield.
All right.
What's your magical aura color?
I guess I'll go with blue for the moment.
Alright, you'll watch as emanating from his wrist a small bead of pure blue light begins to form, slowly turning and moving gracefully like a butterfly floating through the air before a shield of light is formed. For those that look closely enough, it seems to have that similar butterfly iconography emblazoned across it.
I just look at my own shield for a minute and thinking, kind of wondering if this is actually Desna's doing, or is it because not a devout follower of Desna, subconsciously her works on display here.
Though you do not rest heavily within her heart, to some extent she rests heavily in yours.
Yeah. I guess that's my grandmother then.
So, Raphael, you've seen the spirit of the moon appear. What about the sun?
Good talk.
That's the way of saying it's your turn, Raphael. Raphael?
Have we lost Raphael?
Still in the call.
We might have lost him though, because Yep, something just.
All right. We are experiencing some technical difficulties, folks.
Discord difficulties.
A cleric of Desna is never lost. Or a cleric of Saturday is never lost.
However, sometimes his mic doesn't.
Yeah. I feel like he's talking now and we don't hear him.
Such is the curse of the internet and D&D.
I still say it's the Splatterman and the Father Charlatan at work just trying to mess things up.
All of you, it's the Splatterman's fault. Everything.
Now you know who he is.
It's not my doing. I've had nothing to do with this. It's his fault. We're all so curious about Deacon's mask.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
And it's his fault because Gory's so sexy.
Getting real sick and tired of this. I'll be honest with you. I have to do this on my phone. I'm casting protection from evil. Communal.
Okay, then.
Yeah. We're level 3, right?
Yes.
You are level 3.
So I can split that. I can split 1 minute between 3 people. So I think myself, Grigori, and Jack, maybe. What do y'all think?
I think Jack is definitely a good choice.
Yeah, Jack's the good choice.
I don't know about Grigori because
Grigori.
Grigori is a kind of rear line fighter, so he might not need the protection.
Well, but it's against spells and
true,
that nature
yeah.
as well. So
Yeah,
I would do Grigori. I think your choices are good.
Yeah.
okay, cool. So myself, Grigori, and Jack, we have protection from evil. Now, give me one moment as I find some headphones.
Alright then. Cyphus, you're up.
Alright. Well, I've been pressured into getting out a ring of keys. I sigh heavily. I walk up to the door. Yeah. Give myself a vision of madness, hoping that the right key will glow green. And I will do a knowledge engine.
Okay, so you've broken it
12.
down to about, 15 sets of keys, which you imagine go to the various cells across here. But it's still going to take a moment, as you've narrowed it down to maybe roughly a turn and a half of going through them.
I got nothing better to do.
Alright then. So, Rigel, watching over the Splatterman, wondering what he is plotting. You see his eyes shift from their soft blue to a dark, angry emptiness. As you see his hands begin to pulse with energy, pulling together into this massive, swirling ball of energy. Though my preference was to talk, I am more than happy to oblige. As he pushes the ball of energy out, and it goes bursting through, rushing directly towards you, Raphael. You quickly throw your shield up as it slams into you. The energy seems to dissipate. And there's a brief pause of relief that whatever spell he cast could not harm you, as the others watch the spell burst off him like a wave crashing against the wall, and then reform into 4 smaller globules of energy that dig and slam into you, Raphael, dealing roughly 17 points of damage.
Son of a...
Hey, who?
Raphael.
Cool.
And he's
Yeah,
going to move here.
I'm sorry. Either I cut out or you cut out for a majority of that.
Well, hopefully the fans heard it.
I kind of just heard you get 17 points of damage.
Well, that's
Oh,
pretty
in
much
the end, isn't that all that really matters?
But what happened?
He cast maximized magic.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
All right, then. Jack, you're up.
All right. I'm going to pull out another arrow and express my feelings.
Brush yourself all over him.
Oh, what did I shoot last time so I'm using the same weapon? That would be appropriate.
Composite short bow.
Alright, there we go. Oh, great, another one of those Fiesta Fest. But
Okay.
much better.
So, high or low?
Well, I'm a little lower to the ground, so let's go low.
Oh, okay then. Alright, so despite the cover that he has, you do manage to fire the shot off, hitting hard into him. As a mage, he wasn't keen on much protection, and he seems to have kept up that trait even into undeath.
Don't look at the damage. I have to actually roll the damage separately.
Okay.
I just looked at it and went,
Yeah, you have the
gravity bow activated.
Alright
Can he
then.
be crit?
Fair question. Good question, due to him being
incorporeal
undead.
creatures be crit?
Oh yeah, is this a magical arrow you're using?
I don't know if gravity bow makes it magical or not. Do I have?
I'm pretty sure it just ups the damage.
Just trying to see if I actually have any magic arrows. I don't think I have any left.
We have some, don't we?
Do I?
There was bullets, but Grigori converted them into bullets.
Yeah, I didn't think we had any arrows.
We had 2 undead bane arrows, and 9 + 1 arrows.
Oh,
Alright then,
well,
you
And
fired
a
a plus
dozen
1
silver
arrow.
arrows.
yeah.
We'll say you fired it.
Yeah, and I believe Grigori still has a ghost shot shell loaded, right?
Mhm.
No, you already fired it. You need to reload.
Okay.
No, he
So-
reloaded beforehand.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah, same here.
So yes, they are in fact not immune to criticals.
Okay. So
I feel like there should be a difference between undead and ghosts, but that's me.
You're not wrong.
Like, oh no, you broke my ghost spine.
Well, it might be something under incorporeal.
I'll look.
I'll say it's more, well, we'll check harder to see if you're screwed over.
Okay, so dice is 2d6. Okay, so that's the base damage. Bows are ×3 or no? Right? Yeah, bows are ×3. So 8 × 3 + 3.
8 + 3 times.
Oh, 8 + 3 × 3. So 11, 33 damage.
Well, where's the +3 come from? I should actually probably ask.
Strength. Composite short
Yeah.
bow strength
Yeah,
modifier.
absolutely. 8 + 3.
8 + 3 × 3. So 11 × 3, 33. 33 points. +1, 34. Because it's a magic arrow. Thunk.
Oh, okay. It is immune to all non-magical attack forms. Even when hit by spells or magic weapons, it takes only half damage from a corporeal source, except for channel energy. So half that damage for me?
33 halved.
Yeah. We'll
16.
round up.
If I rounded up, it'd be 17, but it's 16.
Okay.
Well, it'd be no, because remember you're gonna multiply the +1 from the arrow too, so it'd be 36 total.
36 and half, so 17. 18, right? 8, 16, yeah, 18.
All right, then. 18.
So that gets added.
Your shot seems to ring true, ripping and tearing through its form. Not as hardy as you would have hoped, but still, a shot's a shot. Okay, yeah, they are in fact not immune to criticals. Just had to double check just to make sure we beat this guy up enough.
That seems
so
strange.
go to your up.
Yeah,
the
it's
game's
kind
the
of
game.
dumb.
It's all being very weird.
Anyway, Grigori's turn, right?
Oh,
Yep. Grigori, you've got a pain in your foot, and you've got a lot of aggression to let out all.
Oh boy. Yeah. This guy, he's gonna get it when I get out of here.
X gonna give it to you.
Yep. Yep. Splatterman's gonna get it. And just double checking. Is he the green one or is he the demon on the map?
He's the green one.
He's the green one.
There's
Okay.
a small desire to kill whatever the heck that thing is, but
just a
Deacon
bird.
pushes your hand over to the green guy.
Yeah.
He's like, no.
It's just
the
a
idea.
manifestation of the Great Ocean. It's nothing
Yeah,
more
it's
than that.
literally just an idea.
Yeah.
So Grigori is going to fire a ghost shot at the Splatterman.
Okay.
Let me get that going.
What is the range on your pistol before it doesn't become a touch attack?
20.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then. Just had to check. You still hit him.
Oh yeah.
High or low?
Low.
It's like, or do you? Dun, 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 dun.
Alright, so you do in fact manage to hit him and deal a whopping 8 damage. This shot seems to have hit him a lot harder than yours did, Jack. There's a brief thought that it must be something to do with the cloth and how much you hate it now. How much more you hate it, I should say.
Stupid holy people lauding their power over the undead. I'll show them.
Deacon, you're up.
All right, so
Just-
my first action, I would like to attempt to psychically knit the cleric's wounds back together.
Okay.
So I will think
Only
at
that
him,
healing?
and
Thank you.
I will think him happy thoughts.
We will think 9 points of healing into him.
So, he begins to run his hand along your wound as he's kind of explaining to you that the wounds didn't hurt as much as they did. And it's kind of difficult as you see Deacon fill to the brim with holes, but something about it's comforting as you feel yourself able to ignore the many wounds the Splatterman's brought upon you.
All these wounds are strictly theoretical.
Thank you. You have given me much to think about.
And we're gonna move the idea of a bird over here. And so tell me, does the bar theory pose some kind of impediment to the idea of bird?
How big is the bird?
The bird is, in theory at least, it is, I don't know why they put it is small category.
Okay, I always say that roll me an escape artist check, and then it should be able to reach in and get at him.
All right, let's see what kind of bonus it would get to that. Probably not.
It's a matter of getting in there and hitting well.
Yeah. Alright, it's going to get a +2 to the roll. Because dexterity. $21.
Okay, yes, it is able to easily reach in and take a swipe at.
Alright, so we're going to have it smite.
Okay.
It is the theory of a good bird. See, swift action adds its charisma modifier, and its total bonus to hit is... Alright, so it gets 2 talent attacks. Attack number 1, I don't imagine a 12 hits, but...
It does, in fact, not. There's a brief look of surprise on the Splatterman's face that he actually didn't get hit by an attack.
It'll crit
Second
on
one,
the
however,
attack, though.
does hit.
Yep.
The bird thinks to itself that it was just lulling him into a... That's its story that it'll stick with.
Alright.
Still roll me the damage? Also roll to confirm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Criticals, they're a thing.
Does a 15 confirm?
Okay. That does. So it's bigger than a 12, but less than a 15.
Honestly, guys,
Less
this is
than or
one of my
equal to
better
a 15.
ideas. 8 points of damage.
Okay, 8 points damage. He does not seem to appreciate that in the slightest. Rigel, you're up.
Oh wait, what's the status of the door being open? Is it open yet, or?
So you
working
go to
on it.
Cyphus and ask him, how's it going? And he just
I
gives you
stop. I drop all the keys and I go, well, Rigel, I didn't really go to university to become a janitor and open doors for a living, but, it's taken me a little bit.
If it's alright with you, maybe I can assist with that, perhaps? Not a slight on you, obviously, but, much want assistant to, so you don't have to be bothered with this.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. Just give me a turn. I'll get it open.
I'm trying to remember where you left off.
Well, alright. I'll do that for you. Yeah, no pressure, but yeah, in fact, I'll do that. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I guess. So after a little conversation, I'm gonna try to. Well, Cyphus is still trying to figure out which key's the right one for the door, and while the Spiderman's busy with the Deacon's well thought out bird. I will subtly, or as soon as I can, try to stick my arm right through the grates and cast magic missile directly at the Splatterman.
So, your bolt of energy fires out, wistfully moving by, dodging around this very good thought. How do you want to finish him off?
Wait, that does it?
Yep, he had 1 health left.
Oh. So, while the Splatterman is distracted with the bird, I'm just gonna stick my arm right to the gate, I said. And my arm and go, also make a soda Masalian. And I'm gonna aim it directly while it's in flight to the bird, and then go, my apologies for not wanting to talk, Splatterman, but right now, bigger business at hand. Just like to get his attention, so when he looks directly at me, he sees that, so it's not like you hit me when my back was turned. No, I didn't. you look directly right at me. As our eyes meet, the missile just goes and hits him.
So, you all watch as he casts out these words. This ball, this small globule of energy, fires out and begins to move wistfully through the air, shifting and taking the shape of a butterfly. It passes over this thought, growing larger, as it daintily floats around the Splatterman before finally resting in him. And you watch as all those little spots had flown around him, he seems to fall into pieces, as though the gossamer wings of this butterfly have sliced through the Splatterman like a hot knife through butter. He looks out to all of you as he falls, desperately trying to hold himself together, muttering to himself some incantations, anything to keep himself together, before he finally lets most of himself fall away and looks to all of you. Who are you? Who?
We are those who protect those we care, those we love from the machinations that you've, whether it's unwittingly or intentionally, assisted with. For what it's worth, go ahead.
He falls down, gesturing a hand out to you. Fools.
For what it's worth, I know this for what it's worth, I've seen death as well, and strange as it sounds, I don't blame you for trying to find a way to prolong your life. But what you costed, but that's not the problem. The problem is you just costed everyone else in your pursuit to save your own neck. Whatever fate.
Sickened and annoyed as he turns to dust. Harrowstone grows quieter at that moment.
I found it!
After another moment of going through, the door finally swings open.
Alright!
Jack's just sitting there, brushing off his knuckles. Stop the
Raphael's
first
clapping.
Got my door open!
So, is it done? Sheriff says from behind. You see Apples is kind of just on his head, her wings wrapped around him.
Well, kind of. We should probably go up and make sure Charlatan's done too, but... Yeah?
Alrighty then.
Let's look around this place a little bit first. And,
Yeah, we might want to take a skull or something.
Yeah.
Might be fun.
I will pat Rigel on the shoulder. You were blessed today, and we were blessed by your presence, my friend.
I look at Deacon after. For a minute there, I looked at what the Splatterman was sitting. Think for a minute, but then turned to Deacon and go, Thanks for that, Deacon." I then looked at my own hand and slightly wonder how is it that Desna keeps popping up in a lot of my spells as of late.
He's a busy girl.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Not exactly the most ardent follower and their hard priest devoting their lives to it, but then just no, we'll see what he's doing.
All right, let's check out this guy's body. Does he have any journals, any spooky writing all over the wall explaining how his crazy name magic works?
Roll me a knowledge history.
May I?
You may.
Natural 20 for a 33.
So,
Hell yeah.
while Deacon's looking around, musing to, where's all his notes? Where's its writing? You harken back to all that you've been reading the entire 2 weeks, and you are kind enough to remind Deacon that the Splattermen didn't exactly have much time here, as they made their jailbreak the very first day they had gotten here. That he had managed to work out something to allow the Lopper to free himself, and from there, all manner of chaos broke loose.
Plus, I got a spellbook. If it's in there, it's in there.
That he didn't exactly get much time to do much in the way of writing.
Yeah. So, if you wrote anything before he came here, it'll be in the spellbook and we can look at it later.
Okay.
Right now, I think we should pour this vat of holy water all over this corpse.
Yeah, let's
Agreed.
let's get our
Pop
holy
cork
men over
on
here.
that.
One
Pop
can do
cork
holy
on that.
water, and the other can do holy shells.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna pour out one of our holy water flasks on him, specifically the skull.
I'll say a prayer for him. Like, legitimately.
Alright then. You pop the cork and pour it all over this corpse. You see the sheriff pops out another cork and does the same thing. Are we supposed to salt and burn the body too?
I mean, it's bones and fire and all that. I don't know. It's a good thing to do here, but
You know what? With Arrowstone, probably best to not introduce any more fire.
that's what I'm thinking.
Agreed.
It's proven to be a bit of a tinderbox.
Yep. And as I say that, I suddenly I'll go ahead.
I was just gonna say let's take a look around for any loot, but keep going.
Let's do some
Yeah.
checks.
Actually, I want to do I don't know if I'll be able to detect it, but may I do guess knowledge arcana to look at Jack? Like, can I notice like he's more relaxed, or I guess what I'm trying to discern is now that the Spider-Man has gone to I don't know wherever he's gone to, probably somewhere in the Nine Hells, if possible. But now that the Spider-Man's gone, and I assume his influence has gone outside Jack and potentially also Gibbs as well. So can I notice anything about him, or
well, you can't see Gibbs right now, but
obviously,
roll me a sense motive for Jack.
All right then. I guess I'm too lost in thought over.
Jack's a really hard person to read. It's like trying to make sense out of the falling of snow. Or the raging fires of a forest. Not much sense can be made out of that. As whatever thoughts are going through your mind right now at this moment, Jack.
Well, no.
I'm pretty sure it was my shot that killed him, and he just took a second to die. But I'm not sure exactly if that's exactly what happened.
Or super exactly what happened.
Exactly. That would be Jack's thoughts. As he's wandering around looking in the other cells going, is there anything else to kill in here?
There's some skeletons around.
Well, after seeing that Jack's, for lack of for all intents and purposes, okay, I guess I'll start looking around the other cells myself.
Well, again, like I said, there's not much in these cells. It's been thoroughly picked clean and spread out across the rest of the Harrowstone.
Sounds good. Alright, let's go deal with the charlatan and we'll be done.
There is still the portcullis blocking you from getting out that way.
Yeah, let's not go out that way anyway.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Well, again, portcullis blocking away, so...
Oh, take the skull?
You most certainly can. It does not put up much of a fight being a skull and all that.
You know, let's just gather the whole thing so we can destroy the body outside.
Okay.
I would rather lay the remains to rest.
Yeah, but I don't think we should let him rest here.
No, not here. But
Yeah.
I do have a plan. After everything is said and done here, I was going to get with the priests of Rasma and gather all of the remains from everyone in the prison and lay them to rest elsewhere and consecrate the grounds.
I'll gather
This
up
was
the
my plan.
bones, and while I'm doing that, I'll toss the skull over to Deacon.
Keep everything together.
That's a
I
good
want to
idea.
do it kind of secretively.
And you, oh yeah,
Stealth check. Mainly, well, less to keep you from seeing it, Raphael. Mainly more to keep the sheriff from seeing
The
it.
sheriff.
Sheriff can't see much. He has apples on his head.
Perfect. That's good because I don't have much in the way of a stealth. So
Yeah.
You think to yourself that
6.
perhaps Apples is playing peekaboo with him.
I see you toss the skull, still rather deftly,
I go
to Deacon. I look at you and I just kind of give you a flat look and I shake my head.
You see the sheriff
But I
turn
don't
and go,
say anything.
What was that?
Oh, nothing. I
He
dropped
has
it.
a bat over his face right now.
as much as I would. Oh no, not yet. As much as I would volunteer to put apples over, I don't know, my head or my shoulders so the sheriff could see that, more for witness to, yeah, we actually did what we set out to do.
I mean, he saw it die.
Well, yeah, that too, and I'm not afraid to let Cyphus and Raphael effectively do what they need to do to consecrate this. More because the last thing we need is for, one random member of the Whispering Raid come back, it's like, oh yeah, I can bring back those ghosts. Only to find the Splatterman around my neck going, you know how you wouldn't let me talk before? Well, guess what I'm doing now.
So, making your way out, passing through the torture chamber, I assume all of you make a point not look anywhere near the Iron Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh.
Just forming a little conga line. Nope.
Pretty much. Nope. Oh, before we leave, may I make a perception check? What I'm trying to check for is any evidence the Whispering Ray's been there, even if it's I don't know, just a random book or
Sure.
a spot. Yeah. Okay.
You take a brief moment away from the conga line, looking around. No, from the looks of it, this place has been basically untouched by the Whispering Way. It's more the outside that they perform their ritual. Drawing the energy forward, as despite being worshippers of a death cult, they were too spooked by Harrowstone to go in.
That says a lot about Harrowstone. If you're in a cult that not only works in death but worships a tyrant, looks at Harrowstone, says nope, and just nopes out of there. But as I go up,
It makes you wonder how tough you guys must be.
Back in my day, death cults had to walk all the way through the Tomb of Horrors every day to worship the death gods.
And back.
No.
With no shoes.
In the
Uphill.
snow.
Dead snow.
Through
Dead
frostburn.
Let's see. So who's right next to me as we're, I guess, proceeding out of Harrowstone for the...
Whoever you really want, honestly.
No. First we gotta take care of the charlatan.
Yeah.
Okay, as
So
we're
you
getting
all
out...
watch as Rigel begins making his way out of Harrowstone.
Oh, no.
And then you turn back and see that no one else is leaving.
Oh.
Like, what are you doing?
Like,
I
it's
thought we were
gonna
gonna-
be... It's gonna be a positive burst, and then chuck a couple of haunt siphons in there, and we'll be done.
Alright, just thought you wanted to fall back after this. Rest up and then come back for the charlatan, but alright.
I'll be fine. Tis but a scratch.
I'm not really that concerned, because when I looked in there before with Detect Undead, we saw there was no undead, which means that he's probably just some kind of lingering spiritual energy rather than a full-on ghost. And if it's just lingering energy, we could probably just hot siphon the crap out of it.
I think that's good, Cyphus. But that also begs a question. Most of the other spirits of, I guess, like a better word, the Harrowstone 5, have manifested in some way, from the Lopper, the Splatterman, the Piper, with only the Marauder, I believe, only coming in at the 11th hour. Then, if that's just only energy, how is it that we haven't seen Hyder? Yeah, how is it that we haven't really seen any real sign of a Father Charlatan when all the other ones have manifested?
It might be that he's not here at all.
I believe that the charlatan is a social animal, and he will only show himself if there are people who are willing to listen to him.
Then that means Robin Grove's the real place he's hiding, not here.
Oh, I doubt he can leave.
Alright, let's get on with it, yeah?
Let's
Yeah,
go
let's
to the
just-
second floor.
Kill the crap out of him.
I really want us to do, after this is all done, just do a little die cast where you guys can just ask me questions about this. Boy, do I have an answer to your questions.
That's good.
So, slowly but surely you make your way up. The sheriff seems to have gotten a bit of courage as he's managed to resolve most of the issues, or the most pressing issue. Though as he's making his way up, you see him kind of slow down walking through. Think we better be on high alert. I think there's some kind of ooze up here. As he's stepping through a trail of slime that you recognize, Jack, as Sal's.
I go, yeah, Sheriff, high alert. As I just keep walking.
We will keep an eye out.
So, slowly but surely making your way there to the charlatan's cell. You do see that the sun is starting to set, but you'd imagine you got another 45 minutes or so.
Oh, this won't take that long.
Plenty of time.
I'm gonna can I get to the point where I can see the preaching corpse?
Yep.
Skeleton corpse of him. I'm just gonna, positive pulse, my last positive pulse right on top of the corpse.
Okay. Throw out the damage for me. Because the body ain't dodging.
I gotta remember that things have spells that have stuff that needs doing. You're right. It is 1d6 plus.
Also, in fitting nature, you guys didn't use the magic. Bravo.
No, we're not using Come on, this is. That's about right. Alright, do 2 damage to the haunt.
You watch as he reaches out into the darkness, pulling this power towards him. And you kind of see some dust move. It's late in the day. You're all a little tired.
Then I turn around and I go, alright, so who wants to trigger it by walking inside?
I'll do it. Grigori,
No,
no shot.
Before you
no,
walk
no.
inside, let me try.
You all see
Hold on.
the
Everybody
sheriff's
wait.
a good 15 feet back after you guys mentioned testing things.
Everybody wait. Deacon, you have theoretical holes all over your body. You're not going. Raphael, you also took a lot of crazy psychic mess up damage.
well, yes,
No,
but-
you're not going.
No, I'm not going inside, but I do have a positive pulse.
Oh, that's
Well,
true. Why don't you
so-
do it?
But don't we all have
Exactly,
positive
that is what I'm
pulses?
saying.
He says, gesturing to his wrist.
Not
yes,
time
yes,
for
yes.
Jack looks
very,
at him.
Very funny.
Oh, funny. What?
I'm the wise guy here, mister.
Well, don't worry, little clown. I won't be stepping on your shoes.
jokes.
You say that
Hold on.
now.
Damn, sheriff's getting feisty.
Sheriff?
4 and 4.
I'll
and-
shoot the sheriff.
So that's 11
but I
points.
will not shoot
Okay,
the deputy.
Wow.
Nothing seems to have happened.
Alright,
Oh.
I haven't actually
fine.
taken any damage, so I'm gonna go ahead and step in.
Alright, have fun. I'm
Yeah,
right behind you, Habib.
I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a vision of madness for my saving throws. I know, unlike me, but I'll
Okie
go
dokie.
ahead and step inside.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh no, but I said saving throws, so I have a -1. So that's a 7.
Okay. Roll me a will save.
There we go. That's the one I expected. So this will actually be a 3. So it'll be a 20 total.
Nothing seems to happen.
Yeah. See? Nothing happened. Alright, I'm just gonna walk over to the corpse and pour holy water on it.
Okay. Just 1 point of damage. Roll me another will save.
Yeah. Oh dear, something's going on.
Oh,
It's tingling me.
Yeah, no, nothing happened.
Huh. Can I do some kind of check to see if this has been sanctified? Or if
By
I
all
need more
means.
holy water?
Knowledge religion.
I get the -1. Only a 7.
This place doesn't seem to have been sanctified, as it seems like no one's passed through it except for you guys.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pop a haunt siphon then. Because if I'm not using them now, when am I gonna use them?
Tomorrow.
So that would be 3d6 points to a single haunt.
Oh, okay. Roll me the damage.
12.
Okay, then. So, you all watch as there doesn't seem to be any effect on this skeleton, and you're looking at it kind of confused, Cyphus, like, should do something. But everyone else watches as this ghostly figure screams in agony being pulled off of Cyphus.
What
as
the?
its form finally takes shape, as it seems to have been sucked all the way into the flask.
Oh,
Or the
cool.
siphon.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
it
you became
becomes.
haunted the moment you stepped in.
Yeah.
That's why nothing happened. No one walked in.
I know. So I see that I have a second siphon grenade, and I go, must be done.
Oh, you
Just
look
walk
at this
out, all
red
right,
X
now we're
wondering, what happens if this red X exists? Maybe you step on it, guys. Find out what happens. Nah.
All right,
That
all
seems dangerous.
done. Now we can go home.
So, Headstone feels silenced. You don't feel that uneasiness of it watching over you as you all make your way home.
Oh, before we go ahead.
Go on.
God.
I was gonna say before. I guess it'd be just on the way as we're going down. I would just look over into Versoriana's chambers to see if maybe she can manifest again. If not, I thought it was. I don't know, something's off about this thing. So I'm just checking on Versoriana.
Well, as everyone's making their way down the stairs, I would roll me a reflex save.
Okay.
All of us.
And tell me what your marching order is.
I'm most like. Oh,
Oh,
I'm most likely.
I'm feeling
What?
very full.
I mean, honestly, you guys could just move your icons.
I would have moved toward the back just because, I have sustained some theoretical damage.
Okay.
I'd be in the front because I feel so full of myself after dealing with
So where you at, Rigel?
Charlatan.
Oh, reflex is at 3.
No. Where are you at in the conga line?
Oh, I'm kind of I'm behind Grigori or second to last.
Okay, so you're behind Grigori. Got it.
Okay.
Wrong one.
So, what about everyone else for your reflex saves?
All right,
Oh, okay.
Let's see what we got.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Wait, I'm in the. Yeah, wait, I'm last in line. So if I fall on my face, that's just me.
You would think so.
Oh no.
So, oh, perfect.
Oh no.
So, everyone that rolled below a 15, suddenly and inexplicably, you slip upon Sal's slime.
Oh no!
God.
As
God damn it.
Rigel
no.
becomes something of a bowling ball, slipping and knocking most of you prone, dragging you down with him.
Wait, no!
Cyphus, with your visions of madness, feel a sensation to grab onto the railing. And Grigori, you are a lot harder to knock. Slips between your legs down this proverbial slipping slide.
I was
The
immune
sheriff
to it.
coming with all of you in the small clump at the bottom. He goes, "Told you to watch out for the ooze."
I'm immune to this because I'm on Apple's back, and Apple's doesn't walk on the ground.
All right, then. Well, due to the reflex save, I will simply say that he pulled you with him, trying to grab onto something and catching Apple's foot and just dragging them down.
Oh no.
As Cyphus and Grigori, seasoned adventurers, it seems, just looks at the conga, the small game of Twister going on at the bottom. After a moment's help, you manage to unstick yourselves from each other.
As Deacon gets to his feet, I will brush myself off and say, I think I need to stop by the grocer. I feel like I'm going to need a large container of salt in the near future.
I think Raphael is laughing hysterically throughout this entire ordeal.
Half a mile away, Sal snaps out of his sleep worried.
No,
Very
no.
slowly, mind you.
Sorry. I guess my luck finally caught up with me. Ugh.
Got me too, son. So, thoroughly bruised and battered, do you wish to make your way to Soriana?
Yeah, I'll wait. I'll check on Versoriana. This time alone and separate from the group.
I would actually like to go see her as well. I was going to
All right.
I was going to do that before I left. Because as soon as I leave here, I'm going straight to the Temple of Rasma to
Okay.
get some
All right.
priests to come back here.
Correct.
All right.
At this point, go ahead. Yeah, I'll give Raphael a couple steps ahead of me. So if I slip again, this time it's on my face and only me.
Well, having made your
I
way down to
slipped
the
too.
bottom floor, there's less risk of Sal slipping. But you do make your way in there, and the sheriff's just out back, rounding up his boys as they had been going on patrol around the area. Vasoriana does begin to apparate from her corpse. Hello.
Hail, Vasoriana. How are you feeling?
Mostly dead. She chuckles a little bit.
Well, as long as it's not tormented by some outer force or something beyond darkness, I'll take it.
Not
Let
as
me ask you.
much as usual.
Let me ask you this, though. As you probably can sense already, the Splatterman is no more, and he won't be around trying to assail you. But let me ask you this, if I may. Have you felt the presence of Father Charlatan anywhere?
No, I was in hiding. I was feeling the presence of the Marauder and feared for my own life. My apologies. I sense you'd all appear, but I feared bringing him upon you whenever you were unprepared. And more importantly, that if you were to have slain me, it would prove my undoing. And all of Harrowstone would be released.
Yeah, well, that's important too. As long as you're safe, that's fine. But again, it kind of concerns me that, like I said, I told my comrades, and Raphael can attest to this, until this recently, the rest of what we deign to call the Harrowstone Five have manifested and made themselves known to some degree. Father Charlatan seems to be absent.
A tricky spirit and difficult for me to sense, but I don't feel any of them. They feel like the lingering foam of the sea on the beach. A simple part of it, but not exactly the part to worry about. It is as though their misdeeds will always linger here, but not as mighty as they once were.
Well, bear that in reverse. But now, one last question, if I may, not to bother you or anything like that.
You are not wasting any of my time. I've given up on any efforts on doing anything to dig up the drudgery of my day.
Yeah. Well,
can't exactly
anyway.
pick up knitting. She gestures to her ghost hands.
Yes, well,
I suppose if you kill what a knitting said, I might be able to.
I'll keep that in mind next time I'm in town. I say with a small smile, still rubbing some of my bruises from my less than stellar bit of acrobatics there. But anyways, one last thing. Have you sensed any other presence of, say, living people? Cultists, perhaps, of the Whispering Way?
I cannot say that I've sensed the Whispering Way. I do know there are some children that have been making their way in here, though none of them came close enough for me to thoroughly warn about how terrible an idea that is.
Was this recently?
Yes, they come frequently. They're a rather bold bunch. And I think one of them is a goblin?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I have been dead for, I think, 60 or so years. Are people friends with goblins now?
Not those... Well...
Not those with an intelligence higher than, say, 8.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because a good deal of prisoners here were simply goblins for their heinous nature.
Well, to be fair, there's animosity on both sides with a lot of other beings of the sort. But, anyways. Well, Raphael, is there anything you wish to say? Ask of Vasoriana?
Yes, there is, actually. I'll look at Vasoriana. What would you say if I wish to consecrate the grounds here? If I were to get the priests of Rasma to help me in removing all the bodies, giving them proper burials, and then going through methodically cleansing the area. We could lay you to rest.
I do not think that is what I need. I do not need this building to be washed over with holy light. I feel that it is a battle that I must win. Though, were I to have a symbol of my love, I think then I would have the strength to push and fight against these spirits and win that battle. Then I might find rest.
I see.
Alright. Fine.
Very well.
I will help you in this.
As you all remember, the sheriff found a badge that belonged to the warden.
Oh, yes. I'll go and ask the sheriff for the badge.
So, after a good couple minutes of searching around, you find the sheriff stole one of his boys, who is going on about how there was a ghost out there in the woods, and the sheriff trying to explain that, no, that appears to be an errant bedsheet. As you, with your keen eyes, note, yeah, no, it looks like a bedsheet just blew in off its clothesline and just got stuck on a tree. I mean, it looks kind of spooky, but you've seen worse today.
After these last few weeks, I don't think anything can scare me. That's an absolute lie.
What do you need, Sunshine?
Oh, yes. The badge that you found in Harrowstone.
Oh, right. He fumbles around a little bit and pops it out. There you go.
Thank you. I will be on my way.
Making your way back to Visoriana, she perks up just at the sight of you coming, as though she already senses what you found. May I see that?
I give it to her, or I show it to her, rather, if she can.
She extends her hands out, and you watch it out as she takes it.
Ooh, nice.
She seems to hold it close to her smoky form solidifying for once. As she just holds it close to her, you see what once was a fine, though burned dress begin to shift to that of a uniform, matching that of the guards that you had found in Harrowstone. Her form hardening as she steps upon the ground.
Oh, snap.
I think this will give me the strength to combat this energy, though I think I'm still bound to this room. I'll make it my own warden's office. Thank you.
I bow to her.
She puts a hand upon your chin and lifts you up, and you feel her hand upon your chin.
Oh, cool.
I wish to look you in the eyes when I thank you. You need not bow.
I nod.
So, making your way back to Ravengro. Pained, tired, a bit of smell from the lingering area, though victorious. We're going to take a break, but I want you guys to tell me what you want to do over the next few weeks, as you've got a little bit more time before leaving with Kendra. Also, I just have to pee.
I'll be
For
right
those
back.
of
I'm
you
going to
in
make
chat, if you have any questions that you would like us to answer while we're on break, please post them, and we're going to get to them, and we will be right back.
Also, use this time to think about what you're going to do. Don't.
Ah, perfect. He cut himself off like the Phantoms.
No,
Whatever you do,
it's not.
don't.
That was my favorite thing back in the day. Be like, I'm gonna give you the best hint ever. All you have to do is...
Back when voicemails were a thing, that was a funny voicemail.
Yep.
Dude, you'll never believe it.
I totally. What'd you do? Damn it, man! Tell me.
There it is.
Mhm.
Somebody had to do it.
I don't hear him washing his hands.
Monster.
Monster.
Oh, speaking of monsters, you guys should see my cat right now. Look at this belly. Look at this kitty belly.
I want to kill Kitty Betty.
He's so floofy. I'll send you guys pictures. He's one of the few cats that'll let you scratch his belly. This house is so expressive. And that's coming from me.
Yeah. Well, I was just on top. And, well,
Maybe it is worth mentioning.
see if we can take care of loose ends. Like I said before, it was never my intention to practice. Always. This is just a people way.
Yo, Doom, you there?
I don't think he is.
He ghosted us.
Right?
Nyeh, 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 nyeh. Speaking of which, I didn't mean to ghost you the other day when you texted me. I was at jujitsu. I wasn't paying attention.
I figured something happened when you were like, you started talking, then I stopped, and I was like, huh. Oh well. I figure he'll hit me back when he's not as busy.
I started talking and stopped.
Oh no, that wasn't your message. That was a different message.
Yeah, no, I didn't see your message. It was like I didn't. Yeah, you texted me at like 6, and I didn't see it until like 10. I was like, ah, man. Because it was like right as I was walking into jujitsu. So like I had taken off my backpack, I throw all my stuff in my backpack, and I was like, yeah. Anyway, whatever. You know what I mean. So what's Jack gonna do this week?
Well, if we're stuck in this town, God help the people of this town.
At this point, I would I think Raphael would suggest that you go hunting in the woods. Take a camping trip, like out in the woods for like a week, and meet us back here, and then we'll go.
Right. I can see that being far more successful than him being in town.
It's a goblin tribe to kill.
Hey, look at that! You can harass a goblin tribe for a week and become like a demon to goblins. Like,
torment the goblin folk.
You know, I think if we send Jack on a hunting trip, he's going to come back with like a dead wildebeest or something.
That would not surprise me.
I would love, like, the mental image would be beautiful, but
Well, so we've been through, their 5 boss fights. What did you? Which one was your favorite? Which one of the Harrowstone 5 did you guys like fighting the best?
I don't know. We kind of tore through them.
I only had one of them where I actually had a combat round.
yeah, I'm gonna honestly say technically the first one was probably the best fight as far as fights were concerned.
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
We did not solve the mysteries or utilize the items in any of them.
Yeah.
Except for the Piper. That was the only time we used the item. We did not actually have combat rounds in most of them. For example, Jack and I didn't get to do anything during the Piper fight.
Jack
took
was
one
playing that pipe.
Yeah, but he part of it he was compulsed to do it.
I know.
I was
I'm just being a bitch.
I didn't. For this last one, I literally was opening a door. I didn't even get in. I didn't even get a turn in the Marauder fight.
It was just over.
Yeah, I mean, the Charlatan wasn't a fight, and though I did find it very amusing, I just walked in there, finished him, and walked out.
I thought that was really funny.
I think they were kind of pushovers, to be honest. Probably because we have so many people.
Yeah, that's what I was about to.
The only one that put us in any danger was the Piper fight.
Which was pretty cool.
I will say I've made a lot of modifications to that fight to make it a little better.
Oh, well, there you go.
So the one that was most heavily accented by our good old boy DM was the fight that happened to have the most. Well, there you go.
So I think that the most disappointing was the Mosswater Marauder. They built him up. I think they did a decent job doing that. But when you actually get to the fight, it's break 3 skulls, and then that's it.
I disagree. We could never even remember he was one of the people we were supposed to be killing, so I don't feel like they really built him up in any way.
I'm gonna have to agree with the D8. The build up didn't feel as much when when he literally became one of the most forgettable enemies.
So he's a total afterthought instead of only half an afterthought.
Yeah.
I think
Like
the most disappointing.
these skulls can't take more than a hit. The fact that they put them all in like a singular room where like a area of effect would wipe them all out.
Yeah,
when
one
they
pass
could've
to shatter.
Yeah, when they could have just spread them all around this massive unused area.
Yeah.
Like, come on, play with your setting a little bit. Or they did things with the Lopper where they said, he's in a pit, he's a master of stealth. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? You guys could just be up top and throw holy water on him.
That's kind of what we did.
So, D8, you were saying something?
I think the most disappointing to me, though, I think the Marauder has a very valid argument. Do mix a very valid argument with him. Was the Splatterman, because it's like we literally sat in a cell and just shot him.
Yeah.
It disappointed me that all of these fights were not more engaging, more interactive. And I think that's something that I noticed in the other Pathfinder adventure pass I've played, whereas the boss fights aren't particularly engaging because it's really just okay, do some damage, that's it.
To be fair for him, he was difficult to hit for you guys, and I did let him get like at least half health down from you guys just shooting at him as he tried to like reason and talk with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like he genuinely thought he could sway you guys to his side, and you dealt like 30 points of damage. I was like, how much health you got? Ugh.
Then he is not very smart.
He is smart, but he's smart in certain areas.
Is he wise?
Wise.
That's not what we're asking.
Ah, well.
Is he not wise?
I put it like this. You could ask Cyphus to unravel some of the ancient mysteries of the world, and he'd be able to reference a book he read 20 years ago with ease. But if you asked him to like pick up a girl at the bar or do some basic farming,
he'd roll 22 on diplomacy.
Hey, lady, you want to do some basic farming?
Jeez.
Are you calling me a hoe?
Yes.
Also, you can't just roll numbers at people.
I rolled diplomacy. It was 22.
Back.
Welcome.
Same.
I think if I were trying to farm, I agree that would be a little bit more difficult. There's no athletics check in Pathfinder, but I could do a knowledge nature and get a 15. I'm not bad at farming.
The point is, there's different kinds of intelligence.
Okay.
That's true.
This is good at all of them.
Let's see. I think for what's worth, I think in defense of the Splatterman fight, I do appreciate Doom that you try to make it to its more reasoning, sort of the quintessential big bad talks to the thing and doesn't really divulge his plans, but sort of probes his mind. But at the time the Splatterman fight comes along, I mean, not only wherever he does, it's like, even if we say, Raphael, go and heal, he's like, oh, you're Raphael then, adds it to his book, and then that, so it's like, nope, we're not giving you a chance to talk because we know what you're going to do it in that instance. So by the time the Spider-Man fight does come along, we're kind of not only aware of what he does, which is good for us as the players, and to be fair, we wouldn't want to reverse the instance, but at the same token, we know the instance, so it's like, nope, in that instance, put your proton packs right there and then, and either trap them or zap them. So in defense a little bit to the fight there too. So
don't make me think about which one of you guys is which of the Ghostbusters.
I'll save you the trouble and say
like you're already thinking about it.
Right. Hudson, because Hudson's the coolest.
I guess that would make Rigel Ray because his luck just that bad. He tries to come with one-liners at times, but most of the time he gets slimed. He gets slimed hard, as evidence of today.
Got slimed, bro. I got slimed pretty bad. I got slimed for 17 damage.
That was some very painful slime.
Does that make Raphael Egon?
Sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would make Raphael either Egon or But that doesn't.
I don't know. The closest
I don't think Raphael really falls.
Yeah, I was like, as I'm looking at it, it's like actually, he doesn't really fit.
Don't forget Rick Moranis is one of them.
Oh my god. I am the keymaster, are you the gatekeeper? Or was he the gatekeeper? I'm the gatekeeper, are you the keymaster? I don't remember.
He's the
I haven't seen that movie in years. He's the keymaster?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, that was the whole plot.
Yeah, that was the.
For Cyphus, I'm actually going to have to go to... They did an animated version called The New Ghostbusters where they had a bunch of teenagers. So there was this creepy goth chick who was like a witch or whatever, and she was on the Ghostbusters team. I'd give that to Cyphus.
Why can't I just be the reception?
Yeah, fair.
Well, let's hear your rendition.
It's been too long. I don't remember what she sounded like.
nasalier than Fran Drescher.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Guys, it's been a long time since I've seen the movie.
Also, are we all here?
I think we are.
I believe we are.
Maybe.
I see Cyphus is a bit of a cross between that character and a little bit of Egon. He is one of the most knowledgeable, though, to be fair.
That's
So-
one thing.
Actually, Typhus is Egon.
Yeah.
So, making your way back home to Kendra's abode. You have the weeks to yourself. What are you doing?
Well, before we sanctify and bury the Splatterman, can Deacon get a gold meld?
Yeah. Get some kind of remove curse, restoration, whatever.
Oh yeah, there's that. But I was talking the Phrenology or whatever.
Oh yeah. Let me.
Just want to do that quickly so we can hand it back over, and so Raphael doesn't get angry.
Yeah. Let me remember which roll I need to do for that. Oh, sweet. That is a knowledge arcane, which I am reasonably good at.
I would like to assist as well as give you a vision of madness.
Nice. Let's get crazy.
28 with the assist, so you can add 3.
Alright, so what are you trying to ascertain from...
So, how Phrenology works is it gives you details about the creature you're trying to, you're doing the Phrenology on their skull. So what I get with a 23 is I get, race and age, gender, alignment, and class.
Okay. So, about in his 60s, male, of course, human, and this person appeared to have been a wizard/sorcerer.
An arcanist. Cool.
Neat. Alright. Now that's done, we can go ahead and give the skull back.
Last one was alignment.
Oh, yeah.
Neutral evil.
Yeah.
Really?
You know, you never know someone until you rip their skull out and analyze it.
Yep.
See? Well, obviously speaking, a slight metagame thing there too. I thought it'd be more lawful evil or something like that, because, well, evil, certainly. He did operate under the rules and the syntaxes of, whatever his brand of magic operate on. So, to some extent, that would think would bleed into his behavior, but, hey, you never know.
Well, you think to yourself that the time to get to know him is past as you killed him.
Yeah. Admittedly, inwardly, Roger was kind of still thinking about that whole engagement and kind of wondering how he would handle it differently if he had another shot at it. Kind of a running theme in his life, but anyways, I guess that's neither here nor there as he sees the skull being passed from Deacon to Raphael.
So are you guys handing it off to him? Just, here you go, or...
Oh, yeah, I have the rest of the corpse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it back in the.
Yeah, we were taking it out of. We were taking it out of Harrowstone.
I mean, the sheriff had no issue with you guys taking it.
I know, but I mean, Raphael wanted to deal with it, so.
Oh, okay.
And give him
I thought you
the
guys were
corpse
making
and
a
we're
point of hiding it from that you took it.
Well, no, I wanted to make sure that we could do the phrenology without being interrupted. That's the only thing I cared about.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie.
Otherwise, I think I'm going to spend most of my time assisting the others, mainly Grigori with engineering stuff, or Deacon with any of the research-based stuff he might want to do.
All right, then.
Why don't we go in order, and then we'll
From cutest to ugliest. Grigori, you're up. Wait, no, Raphael.
Nope. Then Jack's up first. All right. So,
Technically,
Only if he puts on a little sailor suit.
hey, he had it on earlier, and
So I think first things first, I'm going to gently persuade Jack to spend this week, trying to find himself again. Have a nice camping trip in the woods during the week, and then you can meet back with us here in society, and then we'll go and continue our adventure. Yeah. So, that being said, I just wanted to get that out of the way. That being said, I'm going to do the Pharasma thing, and I wanted to know if Grigori would like to aid me in this venture.
Absolutely. One more.
Iowa.
All right. What do I need to roll?
Diplomacy.
Well, which one of us has better diplomacy?
Well, I got 3 total.
Oh, then let me do it, and you can aid me.
Yeah.
In it, because my diplomacy is a 5.
Give it a roll.
Not bad. Okay. But I am letting them know about the Soriana as well, so they don't like.
Father Grimburrow is quick to say that he'll take what you've said into consideration, that they have a good deal of things that they need to prepare for, but they'll most likely add it to their to-do list.
All right.
Urgent business will get right up there and send the whole army, but...
Fine then. While you deal with your necessary important endeavors that I'm sure they're very important, I will handle as much as I can. So let me know. Give me a little plot of land where I can bury the bodies.
They basically suggest to you that, Harrowstone is a tomb now. That those bodies are as buried as they'll be, but they suggest that you can bury them within some of the land on Harrowstone, as they explain that a good deal of the higher-ups and townsfolk would be very upset that the Wrestlins have been disturbed to make way for these bodies.
It wasn't going to be a big plot. Anyway, fine.
There's a lot of bodies in there. Unless you dump them all on top of each other.
And that's never good.
Yeah.
And that's just...
You don't want to Pringles can your unholy murderers.
That's just untoward. Fine then. I will do it myself. Then I will take this week to methodically go through the entire place and sanctify it as according to whatever parameters there are.
Okay.
All the while muttering that bureaucrats don't let people get things done that need to be done.
Showing your Ron Swanson side.
I'm gonna have all of the steak and eggs afterwards.
Okay. So, Grigori, what are you up to?
After Grigori is done assisting Raphael, he is going to... Actually, he's going to be doing a little doodle in his book. This fight actually gave him an idea for something. So right now he's crafting... Out of character, what he's crafting looks very much like a sawed-off shotgun.
Okay.
Like a double-barrel
Yay!
So you're working on a boomstick?
We take the opportunity to harvest the Ember Maw.
Yes.
So I will say over the course of the next few days, you methodically weaken it down and move it into a position to cut open and take parts, as it is still active.
I thought we killed it.
Yeah.
It's a haunt.
How about that?
It's a
Well, we
Wait.
have a couple remaining haunt siphons, and we are.
I believe I still have a haunt siphon in my inventory. Hang on. I don't think I've used any of mine. Wait, no.
There weren't a lot.
No, I didn't get. No, never mind. I didn't get any.
No, I kept them all.
This
Yeah,
isn't
it's
like Halloween candy where you all got a bag.
I still got 2 though.
So at some point throughout the week, you just pick up siphons, shake them out, and take the 2.
I put a gun to his head and it's like, you're helping me build a gun.
I literally said I'm gonna use this time to help Grigori.
Yeah, because he threatened you.
I did it before he threatened.
Shut up! You're gonna help me. I was gonna help you to begin with. Good. That's very nice of you.
So yes, it takes some doing, but you do manage to finally weaken enough to cut away at it. These parts seem to have a energy to them, even disassembled. Roll me a will save. That'd be you, Rory, not. So,
Good.
deep within your dreams, you find yourself walking upon the cobblestone roads of an old familiar road. You're making your way through your hometown before it was lit up. As a warmth fills the air, the whole town begins to set ablaze. You see yourself unable to break off this path, moving closer and closer to your childhood home. As a figure approaches you, skeletal, his bones blackened to ash. He looks to you, and he gestures to the fire. You want my power. You seek it, don't you?
I do not seek it. I'll take it.
I see within you, champion of Abaddon. You who seek justice for the sins committed against you. Do you not?
I do.
Then I will give you my power. But I ask in exchange, you do the same for me.
What you are saying is you'll use my power to fuel your own?
No. I will be your weapon as you see fit. I ask that you take the one who has transgressed against me and slay him.
Who is this?
I will let you know. I will guide you towards him, and you will tear him asunder.
I will do this.
He extends a hand to you.
I take it.
You feel all the warmth of your home swirl out, coalescing around him and into you. Fear not the fire, for now it is your own. And you awake. You feel a sensation as you make your way to a can and bring your hand close to it, almost touching it until finally you grasp hold of it, and you don't feel burned at all. Your hand doesn't even feel warm.
He just, like, chuckles a little, just smiles as he goes off to the blacksmith now.
So,
Drawings in hand.
So, Rigel, what are you up to?
Well, after the whole thing with Harrowstone, by all intents and purposes, looks like it's coming to a close. Oh, the first off, well, actually, before, no, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking what order that I'll do it, but I guess after a long while, and before this whole thing is done, I guess I'll go with Kendra to it another time. But for now, when we're all going to the Temple of Rasma to essentially petition the priest to help sanctify the grounds and effectively don't make it as ripe for necromancy, I'll go and visit the professor's grave. But I'll only stop in town to pick up some flowers or whatever is more fitting tribute for that.
Okay.
And almost as a slight aside, I will go to the bakery and pick up a scone. I remember the professor used to love these, and particularly when we visited my family's home, I remember my mother baked it for him, so, well, not exactly the one that my mother's, he did like scones, so almost as an offering, that and some flowers for the grave.
Alright then. You find yourself joined by Kendra as she sits down by the grave. She enjoys the scone with you, and she reads some books that the professor had. Stories of hope, that evil and all its darkness was but a simple shadow cast by the light, and how it was a reflection of the good in the world. Peaceful things that kept him fighting on, trying to understand evil and save it.
While she's doing all this, I look upon the professor's grave and I have a small smile across my face. For as long as I can remember, and kind of the reason I tried to become a paladin in the first place was, ironic enough, exactly that. While trying to, reconcile the fact I have my own magic ability, well, not just with me, but my own lineage, and being a paladin, which, well, to put it lightly, has not caused conflict as far as between Rigel and his family, but much more than Rigel's, my own perception of who I am as a person and such, but all at the gravestone that I slightly smile and not only remember the professor teaching telling me such stories when I was a young boy, but my own father and my own family, and, well, there's some old wounds as far as, essentially, as I'm trying to chase becoming a paladin, and essentially I feel like I betrayed my family to some degree, particularly that, but they never turned their back on me, neither did the professor. So, lost the memories of that, and just smile.
There's a moment as you're trying to get back to your family, and you're struggling to remember some of their faces, like the aunt you sent a letter to.
Oh. Well, actually, my uncle, but that's exactly the point.
Like, you're certain that you had an uncle, because they have a daughter, one of your cousins, but you don't remember who that uncle is. Like, you just know in your head that there was someone, but any idea isn't there.
If Kendra's watching this, no, watching. She's reading. She looks at me. She'll see me rubbing my temples.
That's just more like throughout the week as you think about it.
Yeah. Oh no, that's bugging me now. To the point where I'll have some conversations with Kendra, somewhat about what to expect, what she wants to do, what she wants to do with herself, the house, and everything else. And she'll notice that a couple times I blank out. My uncle, it's on the tip of my tongue. Vic? Oh yeah, that's right, Uncle Vic. How did I forget that? Well, I'll talk to her as far as that thing there too, and
we'll get back to that. Okay.
Sure. Go ahead.
What are you up to?
Well, first things first. Let's see if we can't get some of these theoretically inflicted wounds removed. So, I guess step one will be going to seeing if Raphael can give me a restoration.
That's a restoration, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can absolutely do that.
It's within the first night after slaying Harrowstone that you find yourself plagued by a dream as you see Deacon impaled many times through those holes of fires coming out, a jug of water by your side to put the flames out. And as you grab the nearest source of water and begin dumping, flames seem to come out as no matter how fast you go, you can't seem to cover him entirely. You see another jug, much larger than you, and despite all your strength, you cannot lift it to put out that fire. It seems that though Sarenrae's power is infinite, yours is somewhat limited, that it might be beyond a simple restoration.
Oh no.
Yes, he is cursed.
Oh no.
He's been cursed into a holy man.
Oh no. So I need to remove curse.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not a second level spell. I don't think. I think remove curse is third level.
Well, then I guess my...
Hold on, let me look.
So when I'm
Next step is to go to church.
Yeah. But while we're addressing that, I would also be doing some research and doing some seances, trying to communicate with the professor's spirit. I got some questions for him, which I would go over with Cyphus. Question 1 is, were you studying the Whispering Way? I think it's pretty obvious, but still, confirmation might be good.
You'll have some explaining to do.
It goes to a yes quite quickly.
Yeah. The next question is the key to the locked book in the house?
You get a kind of odd sensation as it spells out, I really shouldn't tell you. As you wonder, what on earth is a dead man afraid of?
Don't worry, Cyphus, we're going to get that book open.
Damn straight.
Jack kicks down the door, chainsaw in hand.
Question number 3
with Grigori's boomstick.
I'm just picturing him holding Jack wrapped around, holding the chainsaw out. Groovy. I did a terrible story there.
He's the way Grigori is going to look at this boomstick is the way Doom guy looks at his super shoddy.
Just give me Grigori's rendition of groovy.
Groovy.
There it is.
The last question that
I can do it a little better, but I can see my throat right now.
Alright, so
the last
continue
question I
with
have for him
questions.
is, has the Whispering Tyrant returned?
Not to my knowledge. As he basically explains in long form that as a ghost, he doesn't have omnipotence.
Can we ask if Rigel has permission to marry Kendra?
If a wooden planchet could stutter.
Dot.
Period.
You see as the
It just starts shaking.
steam up. No more questions seem to come from it.
I take that as a yes.
That was a pretty solid maybe.
What could go wrong?
I'm sitting there nodding my head. Definitely a maybe.
Yep.
Can Jack marry your daughter? Flies out, garrote someone.
Yes, that's totally permission.
That's absolutely
Blood
permission
on the
for Jack.
bloodboard.
Blood on the bloodboard.
Anywho,
Secret throne.
So Cyphus, you've been helping
Splinters for the
others. What are
splinter
you
throne.
doing?
Hang on. One more thing that I wanted to do.
Oh, okay.
Too bad.
Alright. So I wanted to stop by the blacksmith.
Okay.
No, they only have a jeweler. This is the whitesmith.
You know that Grigori's been there the past week just working feverishly on something. He won't say what. Anytime you come by, he He's quick to throw a tarp over it.
I will allow Grigori the opportunity to amaze us all with what he's working on. But I will walk up to the blacksmith and I will say, I am in need of some modifications to this, and I will put my bastard sword on the table. I would like it to be silvered and masterworked.
The dwarf nods to all that. Not exactly a master.
Ooh, how much does that cost?
I think it's like...
We'll handle the shopping another time. She will, in fact, work on that.
Yeah. And I will say...
because I might want that done to my scimitar as well.
We'll handle shopping stuff off screen. Don't worry, boys.
There's some specific silver that I'd like you to use. And I will dump a bag with the charlatan's silver holy symbols on the table in front of her.
Okay.
Nice.
She looks kind of nervous, like, ooh, okay.
Well, if he's not going to appear and be a boss fight, then, well, as the old saying goes, snooze, you lose, even if it is sleeping forever.
Okay. So, Cyphus, what do you want to do? Y'all can just deduct the money and whatnot and add the gear.
I would imagine that since he gave the silver, like, that would give him a discount as well.
There's still the processing of it and whatnot.
Of course, but like if you're the one providing the silver, I would assume.
One of the things I would like to do is I'd like to spend some of my time doing knowledge engineering to come up with a kind of cartridge design for Grigori's new perspective gun.
Okay.
So basically, I want what I'm doing this for is I want to essentially assist in creating a Grigori. I assume what you want is a dragon pistol.
After a bit of working, you see that he's working on a pistol.
It's most definitely kind of a pistol. I guess?
That's what I'm saying because the dragon pistol is the miniature blunderbuss. It's a sawed-off blunderbuss.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering if that's what you're working on, or if you're working on the full-on blunderbuss.
Well, what I was trying to work on was something that actually he literally would load cartridges into it.
Yeah. So
like he was inventing an entirely new type of ammunition.
Well, yeah, that'd be alchemical cartridges, which are more expensive, but yeah.
Okay, so besides helping him, anything else in particular?
No, really. I just wanted to help with the engineering aspects of what he's doing.
Okay, it takes like 2 days for him to finally relent and let you take a look at it, and he is making something gnarly looking. You're not certain as to what grants you your power, Cyphus, but you're quite certain that this would give it pause for thought.
Neat.
So, Jack, what are you up to?
So, during week 1, how did he take to the conversation? Let's find out if he actually listened.
Do you want me to roll a persuasion?
Yeah, please.
Alright, so
it's
Jack,
getting what
listen.
you're driving.
Listen, Jack, I wanted to ask you how you were feeling after everything happened, and I think maybe the best way for you to deal with everything is to just get away. Like where's my persuasion? Oh, is it diplomacy instead?
Yeah.
Diplomacy. Dang.
Well, that's on you to decide if that's enough.
So maybe like a trip in the woods, go hunting for a bit, camping.
Oh,
Here's 20 gold. Don't get into trouble.
Because like the town, I think would be boring. Like sitting here all week. Like I have to go consecrate all of Head of Stone. That's gonna be boring. Everybody else is doing boring stuff.
The town's
have
gonna be
fun in the
boring.
woods. No, I know. I mean, like people are just doing their thing. So like, why don't you
Town
like
will be boring.
go and do stuff in the woods? Because there's like crazy stuff in the woods still. There's like those goblins out there that needs to be dealt with. Like you can go scout out the goblins for us, and then we can go take out the goblins together. Do whatever you want, Habib.
Get the
There's,
goblins
like,
in on it.
bears. There's no, that's not what I meant. No.
Raphael, what are you
Drive
doing?
the goblins away. Get them away from here.
Away from
No.
kindreds.
Please, Jack. No. What have I done?
Good question.
You're pretty sure the message did not go through the way you planned it. A message went through.
Task failed successfully.
No. I'm
So what are you
bad at
doing during this
diplomacy.
time?
Okay, so due to the success in success, I head to the woods on day 1 to find the Goblin Village.
Oh no.
Roll me a survival check.
Yes! Kill them all! Do
See how
it.
many of them survive.
Right?
It
How many
takes
of them
time
survive?
16 goblins
As you're looking
survive.
for a goblin village, well, you do finally find what appears to be a small cave that has had a good deal of foliage and whatnot put over it. And watching and stalking them for a while, there appears to be about 4 goblins here. There is a 2 older male goblins, a female goblin, and then the small child. That is Smiggins. You see that many a time he goes sneaking off to be with his friends, as the 2 males will constantly squabble and fight amongst each other. Sometimes Smiggins will bring back food that he may have accidentally pilfered, and they seem pleased for a time, though. Do you speak Goblin?
No, I don't think Jack ever actually planned on communicating with prey animals. He speaks Orc, though, so he should have them thoroughly intimidated.
So yes, they smack Smiggins around a good deal, as he's just a small little runt to the 2 orders. The female one seems to do her best to protect him, though that only leads to her getting hit.
Alright, so at the night of the first day, I will, when Smiggins goes to sneak off, after he leaves, I will kidnap his mother.
Okay, roll me a stealth check. It's not just like, and then I'll assassinate the king. It's not going too well. Creatures seem quite keen on keeping their area safe, so they're on high alert. Those
I'll
units
have
are a good deal
Sika
bigger than
help me. Keep them occupied.
Okay. Roll me an intimidation from Sika.
But of course.
Yeah, they seem very quick to defend their territory. Even the female joins in on that snarling and barking at Sika. And Sika kind of seems a bit intimidated by them. There's a lot of teeth in those mouths.
I look at Sika and I go, you could kill them in one hit. Get the pawns together. Quickly. We have to organize the troops.
Yeah, they're not afraid of Sika.
Alright, so in Orcish, you are now mine.
They don't seem to understand.
That's okay. intimidate will make it very obvious what I'm. They'll get what I'm driving.
They don't really seem that afraid of you.
I will hit one of the males with non-lethal damage.
Okay. You do manage to knock him out. The other one backs away quickly.
And then I will point to them and go, "You are now mine!" Bow. Hold on.
They don't understand you.
Give me 1 second.
There's something of a language barrier that you're starting to detect.
Murder him.
So what are you doing, Jack?
I think he had to walk away for a second.
Yeah, I did. Alright. So, when they don't listen to me the second time, I'm gonna sit there looking at them scowlingly, as I have them pretty much cornered in their little cave. And I'll have Sika sit down with me, and I'll be like, I'll pull out some trail rations and throw it to him. Troops need to eat! And I will throw the 2 that are awake food.
They quickly tear and divide amongst themselves. They don't really understand what you're doing. You're hitting them and...
I'm treating them like an orc would.
Okay.
I don't know, it seems like negotiations have broken down.
Resort to murder. Only good goblin's a dead goblin.
I'll wait for the... if the one wakes up before Smiggins gets back, I'll knock him out again. Just so I don't have to deal with him.
Yeah, so... Again, they're kind of dumb goblins that you're hitting them and...
I'm hitting them and feeding them.
Yeah. they don't understand it, and... After a while, Smiggins does return, and he seems kind of frightened that you're being there with his family, and one of them is knocked unconscious, though he doesn't know that.
What are you doing?
Perfect! You are in charge of your troops! Get over here! And I hand him some food. Feed your... whatever that is! Points to the one that's knocked out on the ground. And get them organized! We have to raid the village! I've been given orders!
Okay. You go get some weapons, and we'll get organized.
I got the weapons already! You need to get organized! As I sit there and stare at him.
Okay, you might need more food.
I'll get more food.
Okay,
I'll take
you
that
go
one.
get some.
And he points at his mom and he goes, have her follow my orders.
Okay. How about you go in town, and we'll meet you there.
I get the feeling you're trying to get rid of me so you don't have to go into town and to follow my orders.
No.
He is a very small child put into a position of power. He does not seem, and he seems absolutely terrified of the idea of town, especially because he has friends there.
Don't worry, we'll only strike at night. They'll never know it was us.
Murder.
He comes in closer away from them.
I don't want to be bad.
Don't worry, we'll only do the good things. Pranks, food, water, and alcohol.
I mean, if you want to go do bad stuff, I can help you with that.
No, we don't need to do bad stuff. We just have to do good pranks.
Oh, I can help you with that. Don't get them involved.
No, I need all of them. We have to do the whole town in one night.
I got better people for that.
I'm listening.
So he pulls you away and mentions the fact that he has like 4 other friends that would be more than happy to commit good pranks.
Yes, but if they get caught, they'll squeal.
No, they won't.
Alright. I'll leave you responsible. If we get the good prank off, your family gets off free.
Okay.
Good. Gather the troops.
So, over the course of the next few days, making some ideas.
I just love how chaotic neutral this all is. It's like, help me pull good pranks or I'll kill your family. Like, what the fuck, bro?
So, while you plan your pranks, reaching on to about the 6th day, it's late at night when, Rigel, you hear a knocking on the door.
Huh? Oh, coming. Can you watch the pot, Kendra? Don't want to go watch the
No, this is like late at night.
Oh,
like
what?
you in bed.
Oh, nice. I could have murdered that.
Better. That's his dream.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was wondering to see, like, what?
No, it's all
Coming. Bloody hell. And before I get down, I make sure I have a sort of a shirt and my pants on this time around. Not fun what happened last time again.
Like the other dream.
You open the door to see Kendra there in her nightgown. She gestures you forward into her room. She puts a finger to your lips.
Okay. So you just don't know what to make of this.
So, she leads you into her room. What's that? Closing the door behind her. I just sneezed.
And then we zoom out to see that Cyphus is sitting there with a cup of tea, or like walks by while you're hearing the noises, and he goes, "Finally!" Because it's canonical that he doesn't sleep at night. So he's the only one
Beautiful
awake.
champ. Beautiful champ.
Finally!
So, she leads you into her room, and she gestures to the bed. And she closes the door behind you.
Just shut up and let it happen.
Kendra, what's going on?
She holds a finger to her lips. Shh.
I'm just staring at her right now.
She gestures to the bed again, as her nightgown falls to the floor.
I'm kind of stunned right now. I'm just not sure to make of
And
this.
she reveals that she's a doppelganger this whole time.
She takes your hand and leads you to the bed.
Do you...
She nods.
I'm still stunned for a minute. I'm pretty sure I'm putting the dots together, but... So, slightly nervous, I'm kind of at a crossroads what to do. On one hand, this is kind of a perfect moment. On the other hand, I don't think this is kind of the right time to do it. In this case, quite literally, if I'm reading the situation right.
She's leading you into the bed.
I think we're kind of rushing this right now. I don't think this is the right time to be doing that. We have to get some things ready for...
Shh. She puts her hands on your shoulder and points ahead to the bed.
Yeah, my mind's racing right now. Not sure to...
So she pushes you into the bed.
And then we fast forward to the morning.
Oh, no,
Yes.
I'm not done.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
She takes a bit of cloth and ties your hands onto the bed railing.
Sacrifice you to her dark god. Yes, I knew it!
Oh, because she was a
leans in
doppelganger all along.
closely. You looking into her soft blue eyes. You remember something. As she kisses you, her eyes aren't blue.
Oh,
They're green.
okay.
You feel a sting of pain in your gut as you see a dagger placed there. And Kendra pulls back, smiling. Force.
What?
She puts a sock into your mouth and begins making her way out as you begin to bleed.
Oh, son of a...
Told you.
That's where we'll recap.
Told you. I warned you all. She was evil.
You do remember who does have blue eyes? The Splatterman.
Son of a... I've been had.
Well, shit.
Oh well, let's go kill Kendra.
I told you. This is all we need. I needed another murder. Perfect. I needed an excuse.
So join us next time, where we're going to be seeing what is in Carrion Crown.
Well, Gregori's gonna be blowing out her kneecaps.
Kneecaps? Then she can't dance. Just kill her.
Gentlemen, yeah, we're gonna handle this. We're gonna handle this, like good people. We're just gonna kill her.
I mean, Man of the Cloth, kind of there may be some opposition to killing, but kneecaps are a fuzzy area.
I mean, you could blow off her kneecaps, and then, if you wouldn't mind, just turning around for like 10 seconds.
I politely
That's
want to
a
say
weapon
she's
discharge.
possessed, guys.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was gonna say, yeah, that's what's kind of
clearly
frightening.
this guy has bizarre powers beyond our knowledge. There's only one way to be safe.
Well, we can be certain that we cut off his link to the material world if she's dead.
Exactly.
Wait, we got the book, right?
Did
So
you?
shoot, and I thought it was the Father Charlatan to worry about.
It was, but
Well, crap.
well, hey,
Well-
think about this. Who's the only person we have yet to actually encounter other than the Slatterman?
Nobody.
No one, right? So it's obviously someone we've already dealt with.
Well, this turns out to be a
join us
potential
next
dream
time
to
for how we
reveal.
resolve this crisis.
With murder.
And intrigue.
Oh. Sure.
Murtrigue.
Triegder.
Or like that one, Triegder.
I like murder.
Alright. See y'all next week on D6